Start to record. So here's my quick and easy DEF CON 34 review. So the logo's cool. To show that I actually went. I have the badge. Give it a second. Yeah. Oh, my car. Me and my car. And a little battery. Yeah. Uh, yeah. This actually came with something in the back, but somehow I lost it. I don't know what it was. So it is what it is. Uh, I got the book. When I got my book, it didn't come with stickers. But, so it's a book. Pretty cool. It's fancy like it always is. But you know what's really, really, really fucked up is I never got an email stating that I was accepted to be one of the book people, book signing thingies. I would have prepared better, which I had no chance to because I didn't know. No communication. That's the problem with DEF CON. That's my first con about it is communication. It's always bad. I know it's a bunch of volunteers, but it's a bad communication. It always has been. I know that firsthand because I ran DC 702, the first group, well, technically the second group since 2014. Before it decided to go, basically, I'm not even gonna, I'm not gonna go there. So yeah, the groups are as groups. So I created my own thing called DerpCon Group. So it has nothing to do with DEF CON anymore. It used to be, not anymore. It's invite only. You can go check it out, dc702.net. And but yes, for this review, this one's definitely different because don't I couldn't really afford to go because I had a car. That drift car I've been trying to get working and started for years. I finally got some help, and it's going to cost me about 2 grand. So saying I can't do DevCon this year because of that. But basically, my thing somehow I ended up going because I have hundreds and hundreds of dollars of one. I don't know how I have all that freaking ones, but I did. So I was able to go. And I went on Friday, so that means the ticket was cheaper. Because the con starts on Friday, and yet you get your ticket on Friday, it's cheaper than the day before. Yeah, I don't get it. I guess if you want to go to that before party, you get your ticket for that full price. So yeah, it's definitely weird, definitely strange. But yes, so I ended up going Friday, got my ticket Friday. It was not bad at all, really. I thought it would seem cool. So what did I do Friday? I went there, got to meet. I guess I went around and checked out the villages. I checked out the contest stuff, hanged around for a little bit. Then I went over randomly go and meet with Dark Neck Diaries guy. No, Jack Ryan. Jack. Yeah, I'm just gonna call him Jack because I'm stuttering with words today. And I got a second bracelet, which is cool. They're very flimsy. I feel like I'm gonna rip them, so I don't really like to wear them. Gotta find them. There they are. 33. You can see how flimsy they are because they're like a weird substance. Like almost like a rubber base in a way. Or foamy. Very foamy like. And then this is what I got this year. This one says the phone 4, which is not bad. It's still foamy. I feel like I'm gonna break it, especially if I start wearing it. So it's like, I guess it's alright. So yeah, I got two. Out of the spur of the moment, I also did this. I took out my book. This is my book. This is why I was gonna do a whole book signing thing because I was gonna order a bunch of these and just, you know, figure to start signing. But you know what I did? I got Jack to sign mine instead. Fucking, fucking random. I didn't want him to sign this because I don't know where he signed this. And I wasn't planning on meeting him, so. But he was there, DEFCON groups. And then I got Charlie horse in my leg, and then I couldn't walk for a while until ibuprofen. It's like every now and then I would get something weird going on with my legs because ever since I got out of the hospital in 2003, I had exploratory surgery. I lost a lot of feeling in my legs, so doing a lot of walking can be difficult because yeah, it's just weird. I tend to get a weird Charlie horse, like I overdo it or something. Very weird. So yeah, picked a bunch of stickers, dropped off a bunch of stickers. I had two different stickers this year, and every time I put them down, they're gone. People just come by and just snag them. Really cool. Really cool to see that. I also brought my other one, but ones that I did make, my like kind of huge. For me. I swear what is here, very good. That's the one. Is the one. See, what I did with this one is, even though it did start out with AI based on this one, I used AI on the Wonder Dragon one. Biggest hacker, I actually took Photoshop. I took my picture of me out. I put my car in there. Use the same like cartoon feel. Put my own Vegas hacker stuff. All of that font. It's pretty cool. And I did that myself because I am a graphic designer. I just don't want to promote it. I don't like doing it because I did it for Las Vegas on that for so many years. And yeah, and that's long story short. That's all in my book. But I'm not here to promote that. I'm here to do that. This is kind of cool. Not a picture or like a 3D printed evil Jack. But yep, uh, definitely picked up a lot of stickers that day. I think we got this cool wristband too. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, that's what happened then. Then Saturday, I actually decided a little different. I decided to hang out for the music. This is where I haven't done this in a long time. Was go and hang out for the music. Um, the main floor area was freaking phenomenal. Love what's going on. You got the jackalope. You have so many cool parties happening at night. Let's see. Oh, that's 33. Where's 34? There it is. All access pass. So, if I would have went Friday night, I would have seen DJ Scythe. Pretty cool. I don't never heard of Damon Chadu. Probably really cool. They're normally all cool. All My is fucking awesome. I always love that dude. Skittish and Bus. Very cool. I even got to see them Saturday though, even though I would have seen them on Friday if I would have stayed. But I did check out the stream afterwards on Friday, so there's that. I fell asleep after Skittish though. I would have seen Triode and Afterglow, but I'm pretty sure it's all listed all here. They normally put all the good music and stuff here. Let's see, OST. Probably not. It's just totally different. Well, I have to download this though. Uh, they have an OST. Wow, I never paid attention to that. Zip Zap Zop, really cool. I did see that on Saturday night. That's like the final festival of the night. This is what I should have done because look, this is what DEF CON really feels like. It has turned out to be more like a hacker music festival with villages and workshops. And back in the old days, it was definitely a little different than that. So being from DEF CON 7 to now, I've actually noticed that this has really turned into more of a music festival, and I've basically, if I'm going to continue on going to DEF CON. I think I'm just going to start attending it more like a music festival than anything else. Because the music, these people are amazing. I love the music type, all nerdcore stuff, drum and bass, techno, hip hop. It's freaking cool stuff. Uh, I think what's really cool was seeing the one half of dual core there in 80, and then I watched Whitey Cracker jump on stage with him. That was good times. And then I went to go check out the party for Young Internet that happened at 10 o'clock that night. If you don't know who he was a musician, basically nerd rap, nerdcore stuff. Um, let's see. Probably the easiest way to explain it is like uh, going to something like SoundCloud, go to Sun, go and watch it. I'm not gonna play it here, but this is pretty much a lot of the stuff related. Well, no, that's made for me. Wow, I didn't want that. I wanted to see the artist that I was following. I've been listening to this guy for a long time. Very cool. Very cool music. But I'm still trying to get the story of what happened. So there was a memorial for him that night. That started at 10. A lot of he had a lot of cool things that were happening that night, which was really cool. It was a really good night. So yeah, other than that, that's my pretty much the review about it. It's really cool. It's basically it feels like all the villages and stuff feels more like it's becoming more. I wouldn't call it more relaxed. I feel like it's more becoming more like corporate like thing, which is kind of weird. It doesn't feel like it used to be, whereas like cyberpunkish. You know, like all the cool show and tells and everything. Stuff that used to happen doesn't really happen anymore. So, but I guess it is what it is, really. I mean, take a look at the DEF CON groups. They think they're becoming better in a way, but I don't know. It just seems weird. It just seems very weird. But times are changing. They're probably trying to get more. They're trying to get more order out of chaos. But this whole thing started as a party, and pretty much how I see it. The giant party. That's my review. That's how I'm gonna go with it. So hopefully it's like I guess overall, yeah. Not it was actually not bad. A lot of walking. It's cool to see everything in one area. Um it's cool to see food trucks showing up, which is your local businesses. I've always recommend if you watch this video and you go to DEF CON to try to support the local businesses like that, the food trucks that come. Maybe somehow in the future we can get more food trucks. But those ones that came, better than what was serving inside. And the stuff inside, I refuse to touch or buy. It's a garbage. The whole food court inside the LVCC is garbage, and I would never eat there. The food court sucks, but the food trucks, amazing. They need more food trucks. Oh, but it is what it is. There's so many food trucks in this town, and a lot of people make a lot of good food. Um, hell, we have the foodie fest here. It's really really cool. But yeah. Then we have that. So overall, I I guess to wrap it all up, DEF CON was fun. It was cool to be around. It is not exactly what people say it is. You know, you do go there to find your people, but then again, you don't. Uh, and and if you do end up going, don't worry about. You just make sure your phone is up to date. You're good to go. You don't need a friggin' burner phone. You don't need to be careful with everything else. You can have your normal stuff. Just make sure it's up to date. No, it's simple. Because people are not actively trying to scam you or scan or do anything like that. Because people don't just go to DEF CON just to do that. They go there to have fun. They do the whole party thing. They have whatever you wanna do there. Um, it is not Black Hat, but this is the Las Vegas Strip. And when you're on the Strip, you know, everything things happen all the time on the Strip. You don't have to be at DEF CON for it to happen, but and then a lot of people the best thing about the DEF CON is that no photo, no video recording policy that I hope stays because that keeps people it keeps those people who like to just show up to places not knowing anything about what's going on, but they just have a camera crew behind them all the time as they go around doing the whole freaking stupid clout chasing bullshit. And I, when I see that stuff, it always ruins my vibe. And because they have a strong policy on that recording stuff, beautiful. I love it. But like another best thing about it. Uh, Sticker exchanges is always fun. People like to make badges. I don't. It's cool to pick up a badge and learn how they get worked on, but it's just not really my thing, really. I guess what really ruined my taste on that is work when I used to work around Net. That's another part of my chapter in my book. So, uh, let's see, what else is there? I'm trying to get more pros and cons going, other than workshops. Actually, they're more approachable because they're more open. Um, let's see. I actually connected to the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is pretty secure. Especially if you use a VPN to connect to your home stuff. And especially if you got to do work or whatever remotely, just use a VPN, of course. But the Wi-Fi, there is people scanning, but you're fine. A lot of that stuff is mainly because the people who run like wall sheep. So if they catch you, they'll just post most of your info on the freaking wall sheep. So careful. But yeah, it's pretty secure. I like the area. It seems to be very fun. Um, a lot of cool things here. If you want to hear the good music, they always have it on media.defcon.org. They always try to do free stuff. Always, uh, DEFCON's expensive as fuck. That's my other turn off on this so far. I mean, $500. Oh, I barely made it this year because I'm trying to find a better job. And this is not the place to find jobs, really. Um, some people really think that this is a has become a recruitment for the government and stuff. This is a it, I don't know. There's a few people that actually talked to me and told me about how they feel like DEF CON's not what it used to be, and you know what? I do kind of see it, kind of miss the old spot the Fed, but then again, I think everybody's a Fed now. But then it is what it is, though. It's in Vegas. I'm still in Vegas, so can't go wrong with it. It's still a fun party, and I try to meet people. An introvert, very hard for me to connect, especially everything that I've been through. And if you don't understand what everything I've been through, it's really hard for me. So I try. Um, let's see. I was hoping for a frack magazine dropping this year, but that didn't happen. There's a hacker documentary that did drop though, which is pretty cool by Cyber News. Um, they had presentations. I didn't watch any of them. I didn't watch any talks. I did submit a talk this year, but it got denied again. Uh, and I did submit for the book signing that I never knew that I was selected for. And I didn't do the creative writing, but I did do it last year, which is funny, but forgot all about it. And I didn't know I was a part of that, so I probably just submitted and gave up on it. But that was cool. Cool to see that. Um, so yeah, there's not much to go. That's my review. I'll probably return next year if I have a better job, or if somehow I end up volunteering and I actually get invited as a volunteer with a badge or something. Maybe, hey, maybe my talk will get approved this year, next year, and then I could actually speak. That'd be cool, but I highly doubt it though. So, anyways, that's my review. Later.